Oh my gosh, we have her in the cup. So today we are going to be rehousing two very beautiful but very bad tarantulas. Both these species are New World tarantulas, so their venom is not very potent, but their attitudes are just a little sketchy, just a little sketch. One of them you guys probably already know. It's my D. diamantinensis female that we plan on breeding, and she's probably one of the worst tarantulas in my entire collection. So yeah, this should be really fun. The other, however, is another pretty skittish blue tarantula. It used to be called a P. sazami. Now I believe they're called an L. sazami, but I've had this one forever. I've raised both of these for probably about 6 or 7 years now, so they're pretty much as big as they're gonna get. They're both dwarf tarantulas. They both stay pretty small, and they both display these like very beautiful blues and oranges and stuff like that. Now, as we talked about in my previous video, we are going to be breeding my D. diamantinensis. This is an endemic Brazilian tarantula, so this species can no longer legally be imported into the United States. Basically meaning what we have here is what we have here. And if we want to continue to have the species here, we need to be breeding the species here, right? So I feel a little bit of pressure, especially because the mature male was given to me by a viewer, and this is a species that definitely needs to be produced more in captivity. Now, when I posted my previous video, I got tons of helpful advice from you guys. Thank you so much. I always appreciate scrolling through and reading your comments. If you have any more advice, please feel free to put it down below. But one of the very good points that somebody made was when a tarantula is acting very defensive, very aggressive, something you can do is change up their enclosure and make it bigger so they feel more secure. So it's not like their roof is getting ripped off every time you're opening their enclosure and they're immediately pissed off. I'm not really expecting her to have a great attitude throughout this, so we'll go ahead and rehouse this L. sazami first. Before we get into that though, I just wanted to thank Tarantula Cribs. All of the supplies behind me, they provided to me. I'm filming this today on Labor Day, and I forgot that the pet store I go to is closed on every holiday, including Labor Day, so I didn't have much supplies to film today's video, and Tarantula Cribs graciously like left this out for me to come get, and yeah, I didn't even ask for it, and they just gave it to me. So thank you guys so much. Check them out. If you ever shop with them, use my affiliate code CAT10. It saves 10%, and it also helps out my channel. Also, if you're in the UK, there's another little company that I noticed that's growing pretty rapidly over there. It's called Arachnospace, and they are supplying tarantula cribs to the people in the UK, and soon eventually the whole EU. So if you're over there and you want to shop, I'm also an affiliate for them, and you can also use my affiliate code CAT10. I will link them both down below. But yeah, okay, let's build these enclosures. So one of the enclosures is a white bottom and the other is completely clear. I did want to mention Tarantula Cribs is actually phasing out all their white bottom and white background enclosures. So if you do like this, go order them now because they will not be restocking the white bottoms. They are switching only to the clear. And I think it's just simply because these are more popular and there's not really that much of a demand for the white bottom. I like them both. It doesn't matter to me. So let's go ahead and get started. I want these enclosures to be really cool. Since I've had both of these tarantulas a really long time, I feel more attached to them just because I raised them myself. As a beginner, they've grown with me. It's just a very validating feeling. And yeah, it looks like Tarantula Cribs gave us some substrate. I actually have Reptisoil too. I might mix with it, but I'm gonna see how far these 4 bags go with these 2 enclosures. Neither one of them burrow, I've noticed, but I think it's always good to have an option. Oh wow, actually one bag goes a lot further than I was expecting. It's hard to see from like overview how much substrate that is, but yeah, that's a pretty good amount. You know what, I really think even just 1 bag each would like work, but I'm gonna do 1.5 bags each just because after a while substrate seems to lose its fluff and like flatten out. All right, they gave me these water dishes. I actually love this kind. 2 bags of cork. Oh yeah, 2 very nice pieces. Okay. Oh, I just broke it, of course. They even gave me my favorite frog moss. Ooh, it's got some good pieces too. Look at this. Perfect fit right here in that corner. Let's use some of this leaf litter too. This is like giant leaf litter. Like, you can break it up. 1 leaf goes such a long way. Fill this up. This one is done, and this is gonna be great for that L-Sazamite. Ooh, it's got some weight to it. I'm gonna make this one a little bit more interesting for the D. diamantinensis just because they are heavy webbers. So let's go ahead and start off with the substrate. I don't want to open another bag of the nice substrate that they gave me, so I'm going to mix in some of this Reptisoil just to top it off. Give a little bit more. That's nice. I like that mixed together. So like I said, the D. diamantinensis is going to want webbing points, and this is where spiderwood comes in. Spiderwood is very, very beautiful. Just keep in mind, it can and will mold if you keep it too moist. So this is not something you want to use for every species. And then I also got something for this as well. This is a little pumpkin, and I just thought it would be so cute to put in a tarantula enclosure that they can web up or hide in, and I think it'll just look so cute like down here. And then we're gonna start stuffing some gaps with the sphagnum moss. I love using this stuff just to fill up spaces and bring it all together. Actually, I have more spiderwood I can put in here as well. And we don't want to make it too cluttered because remember, we are going to be trying to breed her, and we don't want the male to have a lot of obstacles in the way. So let's just go ahead and add a little bit of leaf litter. Gonna fill this up. Maybe we'll just use a little bit of moss over here, green moss. What do we think? This is really awesome. This will be great. There's plenty of space for breeding to happen, but then look at all this webbing. This is gonna be so cool. What do you guys think? I think she'll love this. Hopefully we can get a good shot of how beautiful this one is. I feel like this enclosure is actually very good for this spider, by the way. Now, unfortunately, it looks like she is in pre-molt, so you cannot see her color vibrancy the way that it normally is, but you can still see she's very blue, and she's got this like red abdomen. Wow, she's so beautiful. I think she's gonna love this new enclosure. Thank you for that beautiful little strut. Okay, my dear. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh God. Nobody move. Here you go. Welcome home. Look how big this is. Oh my God, this is so huge for her. And by the way, this is also an endemic Brazilian species. So if I ever in the future have the option to breed her, I will absolutely do that. I'm not 100% sure if this is male or female yet, but I do have a feeling that she is female. I feel like if she was a male, I would have gotten her mature by now. I did set this up pretty simply as well, so there's lots of space and she could absolutely do some breeding in here. All right. That's a pretty big enclosure for her. But yeah, as you see, there's just really not a lot to web up here for her anymore. I mean, there used to be, but then she grew and webbed everything up already. So yeah, this is definitely going to be pretty interesting to see what she does. It looks like she tore up her old molt. There's just like pieces of her old molt everywhere. Moment of truth. All right. She is holding her ground. Oh, she's mad. She's like biting the brush, threat posing it mostly. Okay, another option we have. Okay. Oh my gosh, we have her in the cup. How did that happen? We have her in the cup. Wow, look at her. Very, very nice, very pretty. All that ruckus is going to be worth it for you, my dear. Look at this. Look at this. This is where you're going to meet Prince Charming. Hopefully. Oh my god, she's so pretty. Look how good she's being. Someone's on their best behavior today. You know, the way she's acting makes me think that that theory that she just needs more space might actually be what the problem was all along. Ta-da! All right, so she is in. She seems very scared right now, but she looks great. She looks absolutely beautiful, and I bet she will decorate this very nicely with her webbing tonight. And we're gonna give her about a week or so before I actually put the male in with her. I want them both to have at least another good meal or two, and then we can go ahead and try this out. I have a really good feeling that the breeding is actually going to go okay, but she might still eat him. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to minimize the chances of it happening. If it happens, it happens, okay? In nature, it happens. In captivity, it happens. There's reasons why it happens. So we're gonna do our best to make her as comfortable as possible and make this as least stressful as possible for her. But just keep in mind, it could still happen, okay? It could. And we'll just have to see how it goes. But at least if it happens, we can say that we did everything in our power to make it not happen, and it really was just up to nature. So this is pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with this. So yeah, that's it for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you're not, and you want to be. Don't forget I have an Instagram to use probably way too much. It's at Tarantula.kat. You can go follow me there. I also have a website. It's linked down below. Affiliate codes, links, everything. It's down there. I will see you guys soon. Let's get into the Patreon pet pics.